Hey there, it's Ben here. I've been doing some consultations today for KFC. Really excited to be working with such a big company. I've asked us at Fast Way to Fitness to do some of their training and transform some of their staff. But I've seen so many people today, and it's had such a big impact on something that I think is really important, that so many people don't have coping mechanisms. If you are in a job where you've got lots of stress, you've got things like pulling on your attention all the time, there's a couple of things that are going to happen if you haven't got good coping mechanisms in place to help you rectify those stresses, right? So for example, you get up in the morning, you don't have breakfast, you go to work, you have to deal with all the stuff that comes along with a high intensity job. Maybe you're a manager, maybe you're a senior manager, you're going to have all that stress funneling up the line to you. And you're dealing with these stresses by not eating, trying to buy yourself time, consuming stuff like huge amounts of coffee, or numbing yourself with sugar at the end of the night, or having some alcohol or something like that. What's going to happen over time is those coping mechanisms are going to short term empty the bucket. You know, everyone knows that having some carbs or something like that is going to make you feel good in the moment, right? It makes you feel really good as soon as you have some pasta or some donuts or something like that. When you eat them, you feel great. But over time, what these short-term coping mechanisms do is fill the bucket. And what happens is we get this residual inability to cope with stress, because as that stress of being overweight and worrying about your health creeps up, your capacity to deal with stress is ever lessening. Okay, it becomes a problem. So what I want to share with you in this video today is just a couple of coping mechanisms you can plug into your life right now and use to stop yourself getting to that point where you feel overwhelmed, stressed, tired, you don't sleep, and everything starts to get a bit out of whack. And the first one is the most unsexy, untalked about one, because it's free, and that is breathing. If you're watching this video now, all I want you to do is just take a pause and take a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And I just want you to experience what that feels like, because what happens is that when we're rushing through the day, doing lots of stuff, answering phone calls, being on the go, we're in our fight or flight branch of our nervous system. This means that we're very electric with our movements, we're doing lots of stuff, but sometimes we forget to pause and take a breath. And when we breathe up a chest, this wires us into stress faster. When we take a deep breath in through the nose and out through our mouth, what that actually does, it triggers our rest and digest part of our nervous system. Why is this important? Because if you're constantly in fight or flight throughout the day, you're going to become very stressed and very tired. Also, if you're not in rest and digest when you go to eat food, what's going to happen is when you come to try and digest that food, your body's not in the state to do that. So you're not going to be getting as many nutrients from your food, you're not going to be feeling as good, it's not going to digest as well, you might get some stomach pains. So it's just about taking that time to take a breath in through your nose and out through your mouth as frequently as possible, and being mindful of that as well. The strategy for doing this is to put a little piece of paper up on your dashboard in your car saying breathe. It could be to have just a pause before you eat your dinner, 30 seconds of deep breathing just to get yourself in the state to consume food. It could even be actively practicing meditation. And that's not, for some people, practicing meditation when it sounds like you have to sit in the lotus position and go somewhere on the top of a hill somewhere, that's bullshit, right? You can actually do it stood in a busy room full of people where you just actually stand there, collect your thoughts, take a deep breath, and that will often change how you feel. Another thing about breathing is that it actually brings you into the present moment. As you're breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, and you're aware of your belly rising and things like that, what happens there is that you bring yourself into the moment. Stress and anxiety come from the future, regret and anger come from the past. If you're someone who lives in the future, you're always planning, thinking about what to do next, you're constantly playing out a vision of something that hasn't even happened yet, and also isn't real. And your body will just react to that anyway, like it's something that's actually going on. Equally, if you're remembering and rehearsing things in your head that you've done in the past that you perhaps didn't want to do or you made a mistake in, you're going to be feeling and experiencing those same emotions. You can't change the past and you actually can't predict the future. All you can do is actually look after the here and now. So breathing is one of the most important tools for grabbing you and bringing you back into the present moment. I can't emphasize this, and it doesn't need to be a huge commitment. It just needs to be a small, mindful thought every day to take positive, positive long draws in through the nose and out through the mouth, which is going to absolutely change how you feel. Second of all is looking at the things that accompany breathing that are equally free, that are equally not going to cause you to have to make a big investment, that are going to have a really, really big exchange on your energy, right? These are simple things like water. These are simple things like coping mechanisms, being able to reframe things. These are not something I'm going to go through in the video today, but equally, hopefully by watching this video, it's brought your awareness to the things that actually can make some big changes without having to dramatically change what you do in your day. Cheers for watching the video. If you like it, just pop a comment below. If it's helped you in any way, feel free to engage me with some conversation. And if there's somebody you know that this would really help them, feel free to share it with them. It really helps. I really value that, and hopefully they'll get some benefit from it too. Cheers for watching the video, and I'll speak to you again soon.